हरे कृष्ण। बहुत धन्यवाद शुभ जी। तो वो जी ने बहुत ही मधुर इस गीत को गाया और इसके बाद आज श्रील प्रभुपाद जी की व्यास पूजा है और श्रील प्रभुपाद के शिष्यों के माध्यम से हम श्रील प्रभुपाद को समझ पा रहे हैं और उनका जो उपहार है कृष्ण भगवान उसको जीवन में अपना पा रहे हैं। इस क्रम में मैं सबसे पहले जीबीसी गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की ऑफरिंग को पढ़ने के लिए निवेदन करूँगा। संरक्षण से और श्रीमद गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की ऑफरिंग को श्रील प्रभुपाद को अर्पित करें। इसके बाद हिज ग्रेस वासुघोष प्रभु की ऑफरिंग पढ़ने के लिए निवेदन करूंगा हिज ग्रेस दीर्घ और प्रभु से।
श्रीमद गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी गुरु महाराज की। डियर श्रील प्रभुपाद, प्लीज accept my speech. This year we are celebrating your 127th appearance anniversary. With the passage of each day, your fame is increasing in every corner of the globe. Leaders around the world are appreciating your contribution to humanity. After Rupa Goswami resigned from his government service, Lord Chaitanya instructed him to go to Vrindavan and write books on devotional service. Identify places where the Lord performed transcendental pastimes and construct temples. You also gave similar instruction to your disciples. Currently, we have 9 temples under construction in North India. By your mercy, all these temples have unique architectural design. In March and April, we opened 2 more temples. One was Gurugaon, the other the Krishna Balaram Temple and Gurukul. The Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh appreciated the society's work in spreading the Vedic culture, including taking care of cows. The important instructions you gave are: 1. Always stay in Iskcon and never leave Iskcon. 2. Chant 16 rounds every day and read your books. 3. Distribute your books. 4. To keep our temples neat and clean. 5. Worship our temple deities opulently. 6. To distribute Krishna Prasad. You wanted everybody who came to our temple to be served prasadam like they do in Gurudwaras and Tirupati temple. 7. To follow the GBC, your love for me will be shown by how you cooperate with each other. Everything you wanted us to do is there in your books, in your dialogue, while preaching to devotees and friends. Recently we celebrated the silver jubilee of your Radha Parthasarthi temple and the golden jubilee of Radha Parthasarthi's installation. The deities were installed by you in Delhi 50 years ago. Your Radha Parthasarthi temple opened in 1998. This temple, now known as the Mother Temple, has given birth to temples in Punjabi Bagh, Naida, Rohini, Bahadurgarh, Dwarka, Faridabad, 2 in Ghaziabad, Chippiwada, 2 temples in Ludhiana, your office before you sail to America. The Honorable Prime Minister of India sent a powerful message to your Iskcon. He said, it is hurting to learn about the Silver Jubilee celebration of Iskcon Delhi. Greeting and best wishes to everyone associated with Iskcon Delhi, as well as the innumerable devotees of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, not just in Delhi but across the nation and the world over. For the last 2.5 decades, Iskcon Delhi has bound together the fraternity of devotees of Bhagavan Sri Krishna with the strand of Bhakti. Guided by his divine inspiration, it continues to work with a collective spirit. The selfless efforts of Iskcon Delhi to render service to humanity through community service are commendable. Iskcon temples are spiritual and social hubs upholding the highest tradition of service and devotion. The moving force behind the establishment of Iskcon, Srila Prabhupada's life and teaching continue to resonate across the world. His endeavor to further spread the divine message of Bhagavan Sri Krishna is truly inspiring. A beacon of hope for every individual and society, the essence of Bhagavad Gita continues to guide humanity the world over. Drawing strength from this scripture, the Iskcon family has made innumerable efforts to promote compassion, harmony and brotherhood. During my visit to Iskcon Delhi, I was deeply impressed by the manner in which the temple has become a symbol of Bharatiyata. The President of India's message was also encouraging. In her address, she stated, I am delighted to know that Iskcon New Delhi is celebrating its Silver Jubilee on April 5, 2023. Iskcon has been at the vanguard of global spiritual revival, especially by establishing Sanatana Dharma as the way of life. Iskcon's temples across the world act as centers of spiritual learning, nurturing values, peace and prosperity through invoking love of Lord Krishna. Every temple is a spiritual shelter built to liberate us from fears and ignorance through knowledge and lift our spirits. Iskcon is now a world-famous destination for visitors and tourists to learn more about Hindu culture and the great teaching of Vedas and Bhagavad Gita as well as chanting of Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, you were a true Vaishnava who appeared to save the suffering humanity. Your followers are trying their best to take your message to every corner, including tribal and village preaching. On this auspicious day, I beg you for your mercy so that I may continue to serve you. I do have some health issues, but by your causeless mercy, it seems to be in control. May I become a servant of all the Vaishnavas and continue to serve in your Iskcon movement, which is non-different from your body. You often stated that Iskcon was your body and book distribution your heart. You will be pleased to hear that in Pakistan, your BBT and Iskcon are legally registered. They are working actively in publishing your books in Urdu language. All over the world, your books are being appreciated. Srila Prabhupada, since I first met you in Montreal on June 1st, 1968, you have always been very compassionate toward a fallen soul like myself. I want to beg that you may continue to be merciful to a fool like myself. May your fame and preaching continue to spread in our corner of the globe. May you be recognized as the most compassionate preacher who appeared to propagate Lord Chaitanya Sankirtan movement. Your servant, Gopal Krishna Goswami. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Guru Maharaj ki, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki.
Thank you, Daksh Sankarshan Prabhu, for reading out the offering of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. After this, we request His Grace Dhir Gaur Prabhu to please read out the offering of His Grace Vasugosh Prabhu, the Regional Secretary of Iskcon Ujjain. After this, for reading out the offering of GBC Chairman, His Grace Revati Raman Prabhu, we request His Grace
to be ready.
Srila Prabhupada, in all these 45 years since you left this world, it is remarkable that by your divine mercy, the movement you began 57 years ago is increasing by leaps and bounds, particularly where you desired it most, in holy Bharata. Iskcon in Bharata has expanded into every corner of the country, where many magnificent temples have been inaugurated, and thousands of Bharatiyas visit these temples daily. The political leadership of the great country of Bharat, and during your lifetime, you time and again invited both local and national political leaders to Iskcon functions. You wrote letters to the political leaders, and you met the then Prime Minister of Bharat with the aim of engaging them in Krishna Bhakti, and of course, to bring focus to your preaching efforts. Now are praising you on your annual appearance day in public messages that cover the whole of Bharat. All of this is proof of success of the plans you made decades ago to spread the mission of Mahaprabhu through your Iskcon institution worldwide, but particularly in the holy land of Bharata. On this day of your appearance, your Vyasa Puja, we bow down to your lotus feet and beg that you continue to shower your mercy upon your movement so that it may continue to grow in leaps and bounds, both in holy Bharata but worldwide as well. Dasanudas Basu Goshadas.
Thank you very much. Dear Lord, bringing out the offering of His grace, Gospel to now the grace, please bring out the offering of this year GBC Chairman, His grace, Devati Ranatu. After the offering of His grace, Devati Ranatu, we request His grace, Prabhu, to regard the offering of His promise.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace. I was a very hardcore materialist wandering in this world, hoping confidently to become a successful materialist. The whole materialistic society fanned me to achieve that end in order to become happy in this world. I thought I got the formula to be happy and peaceful in this world. In this way, I was uselessly investing all my time and energy in that direction. My actual life did not start when I was born, but when your books and teachings came into my life, that was my real birth and real life. When I read your books, I found that they were filled with pearls of wisdom. For the first time ever in my life, I found that your books and lectures have all the answers to all my questions. The answers were convincing, filled with logic. The more I read your books, the more I heard your lectures, the more I read about you, and the more my love for you kept on increasing. Now your divine grace has given me this insignificant servant to serve as the chairman of the GBC. With all my intelligence, I will not be able to serve the best in a way that pleases your divine grace and your followers. So I sincerely seek your sincere blessings that you may use me as an instrument in fulfilling all your desires and the way you want all the GBCs to function as the topmost managerial body. Please bless me with the right intelligence to be just in my decision making and to have spiritual wisdom to establish appropriate strategies, policies, guidelines, procedures, and measures in line with your vision and mission for the successful running of the institution ahead with more dynamics and accuracy. You revealed to me that I belong to Krishna. Krishna is my father, my mother, my friend, my best well wisher. You told me that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, He is the Supreme Truth. You also revealed to me the spiritual world and told me that I belong to the spiritual world. Which is eternal and full of bliss. This temporary material world is not my original home, but the spiritual world is my original eternal home. So you are everything to me. Please bless me in whatever way you want. I am sold out servant of your lotus feet. Please grant me pure devotional service and always engage the best in me to serve your glorious moment, Iskcon. Your eternal insignificant servant, Revati Ramandas. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you. After the storm on the other side of the devotees, the Vaishnava has declared one offering to Srila Prabhupada. So the believers we give out the offering of the storm Ujjain to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept our most humble and respectful obeisances unto the dust of your divine lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace. Your divine grace mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 7.8.5 purport, when the entire population or part of it becomes forgetful of its own duty, Krishna comes. When Krishna is not present, the devotee is present. But the mission is the same, to free the poor conditioned souls from the clutches of Maya that chastises them. He has done so through his representative, your divine grace. Srila Prabhupada, you blessed the world with love of God. Even the gopis, 5,000 years ago, glorified your divine grace as Bhurida Jana. Your glories are sweet like ripened fruit. They become even more relishable when sung from the mouths of great devotees. Recently, we had the inconceivable good fortune to get blessings and associations of more than 70 senior devotees, including some of your disciples during last 1 year. Srila Prabhupada, you become most happy when the book distribution is forced. Srila Prabhupada, you become most happy with the book distribution sports. For your pleasure, we managed to have both of our Sankirtan buses going out for book distribution. Last year, we distributed 327 Bhagavatam sets, 42 Chaitanya Charitamrita sets, 43 Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita sets, 32,036 Maha Big Books, 1,575 Big Books, 2,706 Medium Books, and 16,808 Small Books. In August 2022, your Iskcon Ujjain temple was ranked 5th in the world in the large temple category, and during that time, it marked the biggest increase of 641% and 20,245 book points. Srila Prabhupada, by your mercy, recently, government of Madhya Pradesh had launched a program whereby they sent sadhus in around 5,720 villages of all 52 districts of Madhya Pradesh to spread the message of love. By your mercy, we got the opportunity to preach in around 880 villages across 8 districts of Madhya Pradesh within just 11 days. We had dedicated your 40 devotees into the great service to spread the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya. We distributed your Bhagavad Gita as it is and held static Sankirtan in each village. Srila Prabhupada, by your mercy, Iskcon Ujjain had following notable achievements last year. 1. NIDC meeting was held in Ujjain, in which more than 60 senior devotees participated. 2. Srila Prabhupada Memorial Festival was a great success. 12 senior devotees, including your disciples, came and over 2,000 devotees participated. 3. A mega youth event for men at Bhopal entitled Udipan was organized, in which more than 2,000 students participated. His Grace Amog Leela Prabhu was the speaker. 4. Gita Leadership Contest GLC was organized with participation of around 1,200 candidates. 5th, Iskcon Ujjain is certified under the blissful hygienic offerings to God as per benchmarks established by Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. 6th, we have begun the process of renovating buildings. Srila Prabhupada, this is our insignificant offerings. With filtering oaths and folded hands, we pray your divine grace to be merciful unto us. Please benedict us with the eternal shelter of your lotus feet so that we can engage in your service. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki.
इसके बाद शिष्य राधा महाराज की श्रद्धांजलि करने के लिए हम आमंत्रित कर रहे हैं जो आनंद प्रस्तुत हो। After joining us, Swami Maharaj, we request Akshay Prabhu to please be ready without offering of the release.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my unworthy life in the service of your servants. Our life's essence is in the opportunity to express gratitude to you with sincere surrender and devotion. I pray for the humility to recognize that pleasing you in the service of the Lord is our highest purpose above all the incomes around us. In the sea of material existence, we are sometimes churned by turbulent sunset. Sometimes we are turned by turbulent storms. They are both destruction unless we seek shelter to Krishna's name with gratitude and devotion. Srila Prabhupada, your life and teachings is our compass leading to the shore of Godhead. I believe that your view on the Jalduta is like a metaphor of life. As our revered and beloved Acharya, you taught us how to surrender to Krishna with love and remain devoted to the will of the spiritual master through the apparently instrumental changes in the sea of life. In this time, we are surrounded with almost continuous wave of despair, including one quarrelsome deviation, disease, loss of loved one. More than ever, we need each other to share strength and wisdom, to seek shelter in Hari Kirtan, Hari Gatha, and Vaishnav Seva and Jeev Daya. It is possible if we eternally seek shelter, earnestly seek shelter in your divine grace as our highest aspiration, striving to be servant of your servant Radhanath Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Yeah. Thank you. Maharaja is explaining that our life's essence lies in expressing our gratitude towards Srila Prabhupada. And the more we understand, for us to come close to each other, and engage in the Katha, and we now. After the object of the Maharaj, we request this reflection going to please speak out of the place Jai Maharaj. After Akshara Guru, request Shanti Guru to please be ready with the offering of His Holiness Brahma Maharaj.
My dear spiritual father, Namam Vishnu Padai Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. You have brought the mercy of Nitai Gaur around the world. Lord Chaitanya told Lord Nityananda that we have descended from the spiritual world with the express promise and purpose of delivering the foolish, the fallen, the low-born, and the distressed. I qualified in all four aspects before becoming a devotee. You have made good fortune for all devotees around the world by giving them the divine glance of Lord Nityananda. I saw how tirelessly you woke up at midnight every night, and for 3-4 hours you were writing your translations and purports for the Srimad Bhagavatam and different kinds of literature. This was a great sacrifice you made, and you chose your words very carefully in writing these books. So in your presence, you had Bhakti Shastri exam, which I took, and by your mercy I could pass and receive my Bhakti Shastri degree. I noticed that you wanted everyone who takes the second initiation, they should have the Bhakti Shastri. For sannyas, they should have Bhakti Vaibhav. And even in some letters, you said that to be a guru, to give initiation, a person should have the Bhakti Vedanta degree. And you were hoping that everyone, men and women, would read your books and would take these degrees. Actually, in 1969, the definition of a Bhakti Vedanta was the whole Srimad Bhagavatam, plus the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And now Bhakti Sarvabhaum would mean Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. You wanted that people should read your books, and they prove they are reading your books by having these exams. I have been trying to fulfill your desire. I have a Bhakti Vaibhav degree, and I am studying now for my Bhakti Vedanta degree. Although I have read your books many times, you told us that to get the initiation, we have to read the Bhagavad Gita 10 times. You were very insistent that we should know the philosophy and should read your books. And I see this as a very important milestone that we should implement in Iskcon. I am praying that by your mercy we can make your vision come true, that everyone in the Krishna consciousness movement reads your books and gets their degrees. Sometimes devotees are very proud that they have not read your books and they don't have any degree. Maybe this is not as important for the disciples who know you personally. But as the generations go on, the only way they can realize they can associate with you is mainly through your books. So I do hope that reading your books becomes a preoccupation with everybody. I remember how you were explaining that if someone asks a book distributor, what is in the book? And the distributor says, I don't know. I just sell the books. You did not want that. They should know what is in the book. They should believe, they should preach, they should give it out. How we can achieve that? Your vision was that we have degrees. So I want to see that your vision is implemented. Our present Minister of Education also wants to encourage everyone to read your books. I think this is very enthusiastic and encouraging. And I pray for your mercy that we can base our growing society on your Krishna conscious teachings. Everyone has some different aspect or different idea based on the same scriptures. The scripture is Krishna himself, which is absolute. But different scriptures say different things in different situations. So we need a judge to understand how to apply the scriptures. You are the judge. You are the person who tells us how to understand the scriptures and how to apply this transcendental knowledge. I want that your glories to be understood by all the generations. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your sincere followers, your servant of the servant, Jai Pataka Swami.
His Holiness Emperor Swami Maharaj ji, Prabhupada ji. So, thank you very much. We have Srila Prabhupada in our offering of His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj. And let's specify emphasize on the Srila Prabhupada's book reading. After this, we request His Shanti Prabhu please read out the offering of His Holiness Prabhupada Swami Maharaj. After this, His Srila Prabhu please be ready with the offering of His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। मुखं करोति वाचालं भंगं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम्। My dear and most respected spiritual master and eternal father, please accept my most humble and respectful obeisances in the dust of your most merciful lotus feet. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada. Years are passing quickly. Many of your stalwart leaders have already joined you, entering into some form of eternal service feat. In the coming decade, many additional senior disciples and followers will also be joining you. Some were also assisting you as your eternal servants. That day is coming for all of us, sooner or later. Simply a charge of service, that's all. As Kadamba Kanana Swami remarked, while reflecting on your gift given so liberally to this dark world, in creating and expanding Iskcon, what was the source of your strength, unflinching faith in Guru? Nama Prabhu and Srimad Bhagavatam are three sources of your indomitable spiritual strength, which I would like to glorify here. Faith in Guru. Whenever you spoke of your Guru Maharaj, one could easily and palpably feel the strength of your firm dedication to him, despite abundantly in your life work, while fearlessly following his instruction to you to carry the teaching of Mahaprabhu to the English speaking part of the world. What was your essential message? From that very beginning, I have simply come to remind you of that which you have forgotten. This message was repeated again and again, and yet again. Your power to awaken conditioned souls to that they have forgotten continues. I experience in nearly every day in worldly individuals of all descriptions who contact your books long after your physical departure. The disciple and spiritual master are never separated because the spiritual master always keep company with the disciple as long as the disciple follow strictly the instruction of the spiritual master. This is called the association of Vani. Physical presence is called Vapu. As long as the spiritual master is physically present, the disciple should serve the physical body of the spiritual master. And when the spiritual master is no longer physically existing, the disciple should serve the instruction of the spiritual master. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.28-47. From my early college days, I become acquainted with your Guru Maharaj, Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati Goswami. Though an article printed in an early Back to Garden magazine, which was my first Krishna conscious literature, that article elevated me to an experience of consciousness I had never known before in my life. By divine arrangement, events occurred whereby my affinity from him substantially grew over passage to him. However, when I read a letter you had written to Pradyumna Prabhu on 17 October 1967, I become particularly motivated to deeply study Brahma Samhita and teach its message to others. Brahma Samhita is the gist of the Srimad Bhagavatam in the Bhagavad Gita as well as in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna is accepted as Supreme Lord and everything about him is nicely described there. Similarly, in the Brahma Samhita, everything about Krishna is perfectly described. In the very beginning of the book, Krishna is accepted as the Supreme Lord existing eternally in his transcendental form and is the cause of all causes. One who reads Brahma Samhita very carefully and securitely can understand everything of Krishna without any fault. I recommend therefore that all my students read Brahma Samhita very carefully, especially because it was translated personally by my spiritual master, Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. In the course of acting upon your instruction to read Brahma Samhita very carefully and after painstakingly teaching it several times, a strong urge has arisen in my heart to provide a rendering of this awesome book in easily approachable language for today's reader. Please empower me to carry out this desire with a proper mood, simply as a tiny assistant within your and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Greater Mission. Faith in Nama Prabhu. Once in your presence, Akinchana Krishna Das Babaji asked Bon Maharaj, you went to the west and Swami Maharaj went to the west. You were both vastly learned scholars, gifted writers, and eloquent speakers. You have presented the teaching of Lord Chaitanya, and he presented the teaching of Lord Chaitanya. You did the same thing that he did, but he was successful and you could not do anything. What is the reason? And then Babaji Maharaj himself gave the answer, because he had full faith in the holy name of Krishna. In your own word, Srila Prabhupada, I have no devotion, nor do I have any knowledge, but I have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna. I have been designated as Bhakti Vedanta, and now if you like, you can fulfill the real purport of Bhakti Vedanta. Please grant this one benediction. May I too come to the stage of chanting the holy name with full attention and absorption, filled with faith in Nama Prabhu. Faith in Srimad Bhagavatam. In 1961, when provided with your very first opportunity to present the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu beyond India to Tokyo, you choose the very theme of Srimad Bhagavatam itself as your message, light of the Bhagavata. Today, Srimad Bhagavatam has spread widely in many languages and is continuing to proliferate worldwide. Resting upon your strong faith in its spiritually uplifting value, simply by souls giving submissively oral reception to this message. Although I am very tiny, I am dedicated to continuing to assist you in the upliftment mission to my capacity, as I have been doing for decades. As you well know, my life is eternally dedicated to your service. In a feeble yet sincere attempt to assist you in your ongoing mission. By serving you, may these three sources of your spiritual strength be transmitted also to me, at least in some degree, so I may become a better instrument for you to utilize. Please accept me as your eternal servant, your humble servant, Ramapada Swami.
Thank you very much. Jai Shri Prabhu. We have listened to Maharaja suggested that Srila Prabhupada had faith in three things: unflinching faith in the words of the spiritual master, unflinching faith in Nama Prabhu, and faith in the words of Srimad Bhagavatam. And it is like that faith already. Thank you very much. Now we request this is Charan Prabhu. Please be out of His Holiness Maharaj, Prabhupada. After this, His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj requesting to please be ready to offer his offering.
My dearest Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble prostrated obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace, to your selfless mercy and priceless philosophy. All glories to your divine grace on your auspicious 127th Vyasa Puja. In initiating 5,000 disciples globally, Srila Prabhupada, you had already begun this vision for unity in diversity. These disciples represent a sweeping diversity of nationalities, races, ethnicities, and religious backgrounds around the globe had begun to perform devotional service in Krishna consciousness as one united family. There is an ancient verse from Mahopanishad 6.71 to 75 states, Ayam nijaha paroveti gadana labhu chetasam udara charitanam tu vasudheva kutumbakam. Only man who thinks small discriminates, saying that one person is a relative and another is a stranger. But those who live magnanimously know that the entire world constitutes their family. The essential implications of the above statement is that the considerations such as his, mine, or another's occur only in the low-minded. To the intellectual minds, the entire world is one family. Given the number of continents and the countries, Srila Prabhupada, you frequently discuss how the boundless world become artificially divided and continues to be superficially maintained by disunited United Nations. Srila Prabhupada, your vision of Iskcon of the spiritual world. As I write this dedication, the so-called United Nations, or rather the disunited United Nations, has failed to unite the people of the world. I recall you nothing that whenever you pass the United Nations organization's headquarters in New York, you would say another flag. After a few months, again another flag, oh, another flag. Yet, in spite of many flags, Srila Prabhupada, you said that this was a symbol of disunited nations, that we are constantly splitting. The present or ongoing war between the Ukraine and Russia, or Israel-Palestine crisis, and many other conflicts around the world are evidence of this disunity. This splitting, the breach of espoused unity. The very point of view which you propagated, that everybody on the planet is certainly part of our family. Vasudeva Kutumbakam. This is clearly evident that your 14th global travel, during which you narrated and guided the world tendency to going towards a state or one human society. You know there was a need to install a kinship endangered world human brotherhood, wherein the world would be united as one family. In the preface of Srimad Bhagavatam, you wrote, we must know the present need of the human society, which is no longer bounded by geographical limits to particular countries and the communities. It is broader than in the Middle Ages, that the world tendency is towards one state or one human society. The ideals of the spiritual communism, according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, are based more or less on the oneness of entire energy of living beings. Those who are Krishna conscious, they are broad-minded people, and they could accommodate the whole world in their heart, accept everybody as a part of their family. In the early 1960s, there was a war between the India and the China. However, India became friendly and broad-minded, encouraged its school children to chant the slogan, Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai. I was from a village, so that what I understood was Hindi is a language and Chini is sugar. I was felt wondering how a language and sugar could possibly brothers. When I was older, I realized that the people of the Hindustan, India, are called Hindi, and Chinese people are called Chini. It dawned on me that the slogan Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai was a call for brother and the Chinese. Without a common father, children cannot be brothers. I further wondered about the common father which you, Srila Prabhupada, clarified me. In your words in Bhagavad Gita as it is, I finally learned the underlying truth and fully understand the meaning of the Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai. I finally comprehend how the people of India and the China are all brothers. It is because Krishna says, Aham bija, the I am the seed giving father. Krishna is the seed giving father, not the government heads around the world. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead is the common and the Supreme Father of humanity and all creatures who inhabits the world, this world. Your has been devotees, has seen the devotees of the war-torn country helping and supporting each other. These two nations are quarreling and killing each other daily, exchanging bullets and missiles, yet Iskcon devotees are exchanging gifts and obeisances and exhibiting a Ukraine-Russian bhai ethos in the spirit of raging war. The Srila Prabhupada is the result of your philosophy and interconnectedness of mankind through true knowledge. Srila Prabhupada consuming meat, which unforgivingly includes the cow. They stripped the forest, which had led the serious environmental concerns for the living on this planet. But Srila Prabhupada, your International Society for Krishna Consciousness is the Aam Atma Party. It is the party which cares and it is concerned about the welfare of all living. Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Gitam Eko Devo Devaki Putreva Eko Mantrasya Tasya Namaniyani Karmapi Ekam Tasya Devasya Seva. And that one world, one family has one common scriptures, Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Gitam, Bhagavad Gita. We worship one God, Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva, the son of Devaki, Krishna, and chant one mantra, Eko Mantrasya Tasya Namani Yani, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Universally, we all have the one and only occupation, Karmapi Ekam Tasya Devasya Seva, and that is devotional service unto the Supreme Worshipable Lord Shri Krishna. The original world was one village, Bharat, but surrounding invaders came and burnt universities and libraries and tried to annihilate the ancient Vedic culture. Nalanda was an acclaimed 5th century university in the ancient kingdom in Bihar. The knowledge in the university was so colossal that out of jealousy in 1200 EC, Sultan Khilji set fire in the university's entire library, burns millions of the books. It took more than 3 months to burn down this priceless home of knowledge. Then the British came to India with the Governor General Macaulay wanted to break the very backbone of the nation, which is her heritage and culture. He minimized the study of Sanskrit and made English the medium of instruction for higher education in India, and shut down all colleges where only Eastern philosophy and subjects were taught. This is how this splintered and shrunk the original Bharat. Srila Prabhupada, when you were asked why you had come to England, you had replied, your country, England, ruled over India for many generations, and in the span of that time, you took so much of our wealth to London, but you forgot to take the greatest wealth, our spiritual culture. I have come to give you freely what you forgot to take from us. Because of your mercy, even after burning and shrinking by the invaders, all members and the followers of your Krishna conscious movement are united worldwide. Your divine grace made a home delivery of the Vedic knowledge worldwide. Today, all your followers are equipped with the sword of knowledge, your books uniting the world once again. From the disunited nations in New York to the united spiritual nations in Mayapur, you have revived the trained and spirit again. The whole world is reading your books and Vedic culture, and that is cultural conquest. The worldwide knowledge is available at the Mayapur and the Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education that have now become a sought and after institution. Apart from designed educational institution globally, every Iskcon Mandir is a Vidya Mandir, where the study of Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is regularly undertaken. The Bhaktivedanta College of Education and Culture offer certified courses like Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedant, and Bhakti Sarvabhaum. The curriculum is guided by your books, which are studied with much enthusiasm globally. This access to knowledge and higher thinking is all we need to inspire this brotherhood, fraternity, and the spirit of cooperation of all nations across the globe. Srila Prabhupada, you built a house that the whole world can live in. A secret shelter to accommodate all, irrespective of their races, language, or nationality. You have advised that the material advancement of the Western countries and the spiritual assets of India should combine for the elevation of all human society. Your eternal grateful servant Loknath Swami. His Holiness Loknath Swami Guru Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, burning out of the of Sri Maharaj. Now we request His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj, please lead out his offering to Sri Prabhupada.
Dearest Srila Prabhupada, I offer my most humble obeisance at your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace. The Vedic scriptures see the worship of the Lord's devotees, and especially the worship of the spiritual master, as as a most essential principle for making spiritual advancement. Yasya deva parabhaktir yata deveta ta guru tashaita katita yarta prakasayanti mahatmana. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. All Iskcon gurus, whether Shiksha or Diksha, are your representatives. Their prime duty is to repeat your teachings and guide disciples to the extent of their realizations. Your Divine Grace established daily Guru Puja as a standard practice for all Iskcon devotees. By your mercy, as Krishna consciousness spread all over the entire globe, and by your mercy will the present and future generations flourish in Krishna consciousness, provided they apply your teachings and engage in your mission. As you write in the purport of Bhagavad Gita 2:41. Yasya prasado Bhagavat prasado yasya prasado narati kutogyam dayam stuvam tasya yasyati sanyam vande goshi charanavindam. By satisfaction of the spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes satisfied. And by not satisfying the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. Ramachandra Puri displeased the spiritual master, and Madhavendra Puri became a dry mental speculator. And Prajapati Daksha displeased Lord Shiva and ended up with the head of a goat, and later took rebirth as the son of the Prachetas, followers of Lord Shiva. But Ishvara Puri pleased Madhavendra Puri by taking care of his body at his last days and helping his spiritual master to remember Krishna at the time of leaving his body, received pure love for Krishna and became the spiritual master of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You bestow your mercy on everyone who follows your teachings, which you exemplified by your own example. As such, your divine grace taught us in the most practical and personal ways the application of the principle of Yukta Vairagya, as enunciated by Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, verse 1 to 55. Anasaktasya vesayan yataktam upayunyata Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagyam Uchyate. When one is not attached to anything, but at the same time now accepts anything in relation to Krishna, one is rightly situated above possessiveness. In a very personal way, you showed how even anger can be accepted in relation to Krishna. When in Amsterdam 1972, the devotees did not prepare for the installation of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, you chastised them severely. The anger in your voice made everyone freeze, and you said, "What is this? No fruit, no flowers? What are these pots that you want to bathe the deities in?" You did not care for the TV cameras and guests. On another occasion, His Holiness Navyogendra Maharaj told us how he witnessed how you chastised a Bengali security guard in Mayapur. When you angrily shouted at the guard in Bengali, Navyogendra Maharaj was shivering from fear. After the guard left the room, you became again very peaceful. The anger did not control you, as it does with conditioned souls. You controlled, just a moment, you controlled the anger and used it in Lord Krishna's service, a perfect practice of Yukta Vairagya. After using anger, you gave it up instantly, which indicates your liberated position. The principle of Yukta Vairagya implies ansaktasya visayam, or being unattached. This is a state beyond bewilderment, which is caused by the absorption of our consciousness in the duality of desire and hate. The absence of desire for so-called good and avoidance of what is considered bad in this world indicates a state of consciousness without material desire. In Markine Bhagavad Dharma, prior to getting off the cargo ship, the Yaladuta, for entering the United States, you expressed your desire in your prayer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. I wish that you may deliver them. Therefore, if you so desire their deliverance, then only will they be able to understand your message. When Sri Narada Muni cursed the sons of Kuvera, Nala Kuvera and Manigriva, he desired that they would be liberated by the Supreme Lord. Lord Krishna is eager to fulfill the desires of his pure devotees. Therefore, we have faith that the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna will reciprocate with your desires. All your desires, including your wish for our liberation and your desire for engaging us in devotional service, are only for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. Recently, during the VHE Bhaktivedanta course, I engaged the students in discussing the pastimes of the Brahman Sudama. Sudama visiting Lord Krishna in Dwarka. It appears that Sudama's aversion to sense gratification was the last snare of illusion in his consciousness. But Lord Krishna, by showing the opulence of Dwarka and giving his darshan to Sudama, the Lord gave him an expert medicinal dose, removing his pride of being renounced and avoiding sense gratification. Thus Sudama, instead of being averse to sense gratification, became indifferent, and his practice of Yukta Vairagya became perfect. Despite this subtle anartha, the elevated consciousness of Sudama has no comparison with our contaminated consciousness. Regardless of our being most unqualified, you nonetheless engage us in pure devotional service, the pure engagement of the spirit soul. This by teaching us how to act on the spiritual platform based on the formula of pure devotional service, as outlined by Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu verse 12187. Iyayasya redasya karmana manasa giri nikalash apavastasu jivan mukta sauchate. One who engages in the transcendental service of the Lord in body, mind and words is to be considered liberated in all conditions of material existence. The conclusion of Bhagavad Gita is that we should always think of Krishna and become his devotee and worship him, offer our respects to him, surrender to him, and preach Krishna consciousness. You gave us Iskcon as an instrument to fulfill the Lord's desire for spreading Krishna consciousness and engaging us on the liberated platform. When we are sincerely engaged in your mission, then we act spiritually. The Lord explains to Uddhav in Srimad Bhagavatam, Yasyasya viti sankalpa pramandriya manodhyam vittaya sa vinirmukto deyasto pihitat kunai. A person is considered to be completely liberated from the gross and subtle material bodies when all the functions of his vital energy, senses, mind, and intelligence are performed without material desire. Such a person, although situated within the body, is not entangled. These are your blessings upon us, which are available not only to us, but also to future generations. This is in line with Krishna's purposes in Bhagavad Gita, and it is the seat of all purposes of Iskcon. This process of Yukta Vairagya, or engaging constantly the body, mind, and words in the service of Lord Krishna, is certainly applied by the residents of Dwarka and Vrindavan. You confirm this in Krishna book, chapter 82. The family members of the Yadu dynasty and the cowards of Vrindavan had their minds fixed on Krishna. That is a symptom of perfect knowledge. And because their minds were always engaged in Krishna, they were automatically freed from all material activities. This stage of life is called Yukta Vairagya, as enunciated by Srila Goswami. On this day of your appearance, I pray for the benefit of Iskcon and all its leaders to grant us the intelligence and empowerment to fulfill your desires, so we can please your divine grace, which is our only hope for receiving the Lord's merciful glance. Despite so many adverse conditions, I continue trying to act as your surrendered devotee. Please use me as your instrument. Your servant, Bhakti Prabhav Swami.
Thank you very much, Maharaj. जानते हैं कि 10:30 पे अभिषेक जब होगा, जगह अभिषेक होगा, वो 10:30 से मेरे में इस प्रोग्राम देना होगा। लेकिन जो बहुत आज नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं, साथ साथ में समय का मर्यादा है, तो उसको देखते हुए एकादशी सही हो अपनी ईश्वराधि गौरवाचन का Now we bless the grace. Wisdom and will be our offering. After the grace of the Mataji, if there is a director, please be ready with your offering.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। परम पूजनीय श्रील प्रभुपाद, आपके पतित पावन चरण कमलों में मेरा सादर प्रणाम। श्रील प्रभुपाद, आज आपकी शुभ आविर्भाव तिथि पर आपका गुण कीर्तन करने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ है। मेरे अंदर कोई योग्यता नहीं कि मैं आपका गुण कीर्तन कर सकूं, लेकिन आपकी महिमा बताने से मैं अपने आप को शुद्ध कर सकती हूँ। श्रील प्रभुपाद, आपने जो दिया है वह अमूल्य है, उसकी तुलना किसी भी चीज़ से नहीं कर सकते। आपने कृष्ण भक्ति का मार्ग देकर मेरा जीवन बदल दिए हैं। आप हमें पशु जैसा जीवन जीने से बाहर निकालकर न केवल मनुष्य बनना सिखा रहे हैं, पर हमारा शाश्वत घर भगवत धाम जाने की तैयारी करा रहे हैं। आपकी कृपा से भगवत भक्ति का प्रचार हर जगह ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बढ़ रहा है। श्रील प्रभुपाद, आपके ग्रंथों के माध्यम से हमें आपका संग प्राप्त हो रहा है। इन ग्रंथों में आपने जीवन का सत्य बताया है। हमें कुत्ते बिल्लियों की तरह न रहकर, पशु जैसा न बनकर मनुष्य बनना सिखाया है। बार बार जन्म मृत्यु के चक्र से निकलने का रास्ता दिखाए हैं। कृष्ण एक शरणम रहना सिखाए हैं। श्रील प्रभुपाद, मैं आपके चरणों में बहुत बहुत आभारी कृतज्ञ हूँ। मैं अपने आप को बहुत भाग्यशाली मानती हूँ कि मुझे इस मनुष्य शरीर में आपकी अहेतु की कृपा इस्कॉन के माध्यम से प्राप्त हुई। आप हमें मिले, आपके ग्रंथ मिले, श्रील गुरु महाराज मिले, मंदिर मिला, भगवान मिले और भक्तों की सेवा मिली। इस्कॉन न होता तो न जाने कहाँ कहाँ भटकती रहती। श्रील प्रभुपाद मुझ पर कृपा करें जिससे मैं आपके लिखे ग्रंथों का प्रचार वितरण ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कर सकूं, उन्हें पढ़कर पालन करने की कोशिश कर सकूं और अपने अनर्थों को कम कर सकूं। आपकी सेवा करने का मौका मिलने से मेरा जीवन धन्य हो गया है। आपके चरण कमलों की सेवा में जाने अनजाने हुए अपराधों को क्षमा करें। सदा आपके चरण कमलों की सेवा में रखें। आपके चरण कमलों की सेविका रंगिनी राधा दासी। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Thank you, Mataji, for reading out the offering. Now I request Mrs. Jaydev Prabhu to read out the offering to Srila Prabhupada. After this, I request Bhakti Prabhu, please be ready. And after that, this Parajata.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। My dearest and most special Srila Prabhupada, please accept my respectful humble obeisances in the dust of your divine lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace. All glories to the divine souls unto your lotus feet. On your Vyasa Puja day, to come before you for submitting a loving offering is one of the biggest joy I can find in my life. Since sometime learning what creation is in life, how creators think, envision, and then do whatever it takes to bring those creation into being. I find that in the history of this planet Earth, you are the biggest creator. Once you spoke, I can see devotees, I can see temple, only time is separating. This was when there was nothing. Another example is you are writing 7 objectives of Iskcon or registering an international society while there was not even a single follower. You are therefore a genuine creator, the one who not just is creating within this material world, but creating to take souls out from this material world. And this makes your position more uniquely special. There have been many saints, elevated personalities who stepped on this planet, but none of them took the glories of Sri Vrindavan Dham and established them in the Western world, or established the Jagannath Rath Yatra in the entire world. Your unwavering disciples have been so elevated that they have no attraction to the glitters of this material world. They have single-pointed focus of just pleasing the Lord and His devotees in all that they do and live. I wonder how I received this biggest fortune to be associated with you or Iskcon, both of which are non-different. My factual experience is that Iskcon is a great society which consists of some of Krishna's pure devotees and then other sincere devotees and finally those who are engaged in purifying themselves. What a fortune to be associated with our Iskcon. Thank you for giving me Iskcon. And today on this special day of your appearance, I just submit following prayer unto you. Let that day never come that I pollute Iskcon. With all sincerity, I wish to further learn and contribute in Iskcon. Please let my heart genuinely get attracted to serve Krishna and his devotees, and not to the glittering enjoyment and temporary happiness of this material or even heavenly realms. You are the biggest magician, Prabhupada, and you have already several times exhibited your magic trick of fully purify the surrendered soul unto your lotus feet. I beg you that in this lifetime, I beg you that in this lifetime, both from inside and outside, help me learn to genuinely surrender unto your divine lotus feet. I want to be an honest follower in Iskcon. Please let my heart go to just love Krishna, his holy name, his deity form, and his devotees. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada. A beggar at your lotus feet. Jai Devdas.
Thank you very much, Vyasa Puja, for giving us your very touching offering. Now we have just a minute to request this fellow Bhakti Guru, please give us a free after that. Please, Maharaja, please do it.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चातो देशतारिणे. Dear Param Gurudev Srila Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances at the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. All glories to your divine grace. Today is your auspicious divine appearance day, Vyasa Puja. I meditate on all the wonderful gifts by you for us. I would like to sincerely thank you from the core of my heart for providing us with so many temples, deities, sacred books, lectures, Kirtans, wonderful devotees associations, Krishna Prasadam, and the full life of devotional engagements. All these purify our existence. Today, the world is facing rapid ecological degradation and imminent economic, political, and social chaos. In these multi-difficult problems, your movement is turning out to be the only source of optimism and solace in the dark age of Kali. Your Iskcon temples all over the world are like the oases in the desert and islands in the ocean. In your temples, everyone has a chance to take part in devotional activities. Iskcon branches are the only hope for the misdirected, misguided, and degraded people of the society. Although propagation of Krishna consciousness was predicted by Lord Sri Chaitanya, he said, in as many towns and villages as there are on the earth, my name will be chanted and heard. And Srila Prabhupada, no one has matched your divine grace in fulfilling that prophecy. You expertly used all your energy to train your disciples and send them to every nook and corner of the world, and yourself circled 14 times around the globe. Iskcon has now become firmly established worldwide. In the future, it will undoubtedly be the only renowned spiritual movement in the whole world. You are the foremost propounder of Lord Chaitanya's congregational chanting of the holy names. Srila Prabhupada, you have fulfilled his desire. You are such an extraordinarily qualified personality your divine grace must be accepted as the captain of the ship of devotional service. On this suitable ship, we can cross over the dangerous ocean of Kali Yuga, which deteriorates all the good qualities of human being. Srila Prabhupada, the greatness of a person is judged by what he gives to whom and at what price. You offered us the highest thing, love of Godhead, and the price you asked is a little faith. So undoubtedly you are great. You request us only to give Krishna consciousness to others we have received from you. Therefore, I try my best to expand your Krishna consciousness movement by sharing the happiness I feel and the experiences I have had by your grace. You are the ocean of mercy, that's why you are very popular with both the gentle and the rough, because you are not envious of anyone. I see how everyone loves you because you love everyone. Whatever you do, that is all pleasing to everyone. You are fully blessed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus, you are engaged in the missionary activities meant to deliver all the conditioned souls in the material universe. You have also engaged your disciples in the same way. By executing devotional services, you conquered over eating and sleeping. You are always very meek and humble, enchanted by remembering the transcendental qualities of the Lord. My humble prayers to your lotus feet is that please you continue to shower your mercy on me so that I can increase my enthusiasm and determination to serve in your mission. I would like to remain ever grateful to you. Help me to nurture and guide me to stay fixed up and focused on the path of bhakti. I fervently pray to you to please provide me the spiritual strength, intelligence, and willpower to carry on serving the Lord with love, trust, and care harmoniously for the pleasure of your divine grace and Guru Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki.
Thank you very much. This is for reading our well offering. We wish to hear from all devotees. But now, 10:30 and we have Abhay of Srila Prabhupada. So we will last offering by just Maharaja. And after that, we will proceed on Abhay of Srila Prabhupada. जो बात ऑफर नहीं हो रहा है उनके लिए आने वाले दर्शन के लिए और बाद और करने के लिए स्नो अपनी
नमा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे। हरे कृष्णा। श्रील प्रभुपाद आपका आविर्भाव श्री कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी के अगले दिन हुआ था और इससे पता चलता है कि किस प्रकार यह श्री कृष्ण की ही व्यवस्था है कि वह इस मृत्यु लोक में जीवों पर कृपा बरसाने अपने पार्षदों को अपने बाद भेजते रहते हैं, जिससे कि मानव समाज को सही मार्गदर्शन मिल पाए। श्रील प्रभुपाद 1972 में इस्कॉन वृंदावन में लेक्चर के दौरान आप बता रहे थे कि मैं विदेश जाते समय सोच रहा था कि मैं 70 वर्ष का हूँ, वो विदेश जा रहा हूँ, तो क्या हिप्पी लोग मुझसे कुछ सुनना चाहेंगे? क्या मैं उनको सदाचार सिखा पाऊँगा या वह मुझे बोलेंगे कि साधु बाबा आपकी उम्र हो गई है, आप भारत वापस चले जाओ। परंतु उसी क्षण आपने अपने गुरुदेव के वचनों को याद किया, यह सोचा कि यह सब श्री कृष्ण की ही इच्छा से हो रहा है और इसलिए आप विदेश अवश्य जाएंगे। फिर आपने जाकर हरिनाम संकीर्तन शुरू किया और वो भी सिर्फ करताल के साथ।
आपके पास उस समय मृदंग भी नहीं था और इस प्रकार आपने इस आंदोलन की शुरुआत की। श्रील प्रभुपाद, कलयुग में ऐसा कर पाना बहुत ही कठिन कार्य था, क्योंकि इस युग में अधर्म का शासन हर जगह व्याप्त है और पाप कर्मों ने मनुष्य पर विजय प्राप्त कर ली है। पाप के सिपाही जैसे काम, क्रोध, लोभ इत्यादि ने भी पूरी दुनिया पर अपना शासन कर रखा है। श्रील प्रभुपाद, जब पूरी दुनिया इसके अधीन थी, उस समय आप अकेले ही कृष्ण भावनामृत आंदोलन के प्रचार के लिए खड़े हो गए। श्रील प्रभुपाद, द्वापर युग में जब कृष्ण ने कंस के खिलाफ युद्ध किया था, तब उनके साथ बलराम जी थे, परंतु आपने तो अकेले ही कली के खिलाफ यह लड़ाई की शुरुआत की। इस तरह आपने असंभव कार्य को संभव कर दिया और हिप्पी को भी हैप्पी बना दिया। अब यह कृष्ण भावनामृत संघ पूरे विश्व भर में तेजी से फैल रहा है। चैतन्य महाप्रभु की भविष्यवाणी सार्थक हो रही है और विश्व के प्रत्येक शहर व गांव में कृष्ण के नाम का प्रचार हो रहा है। आपकी इस कृपा और लड़ाई के से आज इसी कारण मैं आपके समक्ष खड़े होकर आपका गुणगान कर पा रही हूँ। कृपा आप मुझ पर कृपा करना कि मैं हमेशा आपकी छत्र छाया में रह पाऊँ और सदैव श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन आपके और गुरु महाराज के चरण कमलों की सेवा में लगी रहूं। आपकी दासी अपराजिता राधा देवी दासी। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू वेरी मच हमारे जी। सही बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं जिन्होंने से जो महिमा सत्र में भाग लिया। श्री प्रभुपाद के जितनी हमारी जितना और स्मरण हुआ उतनी हमारी भक्ति में प्रगति होगी। इस प्रकार श्री प्रभुपाद के माध्यम से भक्तों के हृदय में जो भाव उसे प्रकट करते हैं और यदि हम उसको सही से सुनते हैं तो हमारे हृदय में भी वो भाव कर सकते हैं श्री प्रभुपाद के प्रति और भक्ति में हम और तीव्रता से प्रगति कर सकते। तो हमारे जो इसको तो स्वामी चैतन्य प्रभु ने सभी भक्तों से और एक ऑफरिंग किए साथ में और एक डिजाइनिंग में मदद की है जिसमें रसदार कृष्ण प्रभु ने और निश्चित श्री राम धन्यवाद देते हैं। कृपा कृष्ण भगवान हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम very much for the devotees for helping to bring this program. अभी हम एक वीडियो प्ले करेंगे। इसलिए वीडियो के माध्यम से शुक्रवार की है तो वीडियो हम प्ले करेंगे। उसके बाद
অপার করুণা বন্দিতা দেশ বিদেশে নিতাই গৌর কি অপার করুণা বন্দিতা দেশ বিদেশে যদি प्रभुपद ना होते तो क्या होता जीवन बहता कैसे पाश्चात्य देशों में पापी दुराचारी शून्यवादी मायावादी पाश्चात्य देशों में पापी दुराचारी मायावादी शून्यवादी उनके उद्धार को आए प्रभुपाद ऐसे कौन है दया निधि उनके उद्धार को आए प्रभुपाद ऐसे कौन है दया निधि यदि प्रभुपाद ना होते तो क्या होता जीवन बहता कैसे उन पापियों के पास कौन जाना आकर देता हरि नाम उन पापियों के पास कौन जाना आकर देता हरि नाम सब जीव अपने बनाया उनको किया जगत कल्याण सब जीव अपने बनाया उनको किया जगत कल्याण यदि प्रभुपाद ना होते तो क्या होता जीवन बहता कैसे देशों में श्री विग्रह सेवा आरती अष्टप्रहर। देश देशों में श्री विग्रह सेवा आरती अष्टप्रहर। रथ यात्रा आदि महोत्सव शिखा कर प्रेम की लाई लहर। रथ यात्रा आदि महोत्सव शिखा कर प्रेम की लाई लहर। यदि प्रभुपाद ना होते तो क्या होता, जीवन बेहता कैसी। भागवत चैतन्य चरित्र प्रेमामृत रस सार। गीता भागवत चैतन्य चरित्र प्रेमामृत रस सार। इतना सुंदर सरल कथामृत देकर किया उपकार। इतना सुंदर सरल कथामृत देकर किया उपकार। यदि प्रभुपाद ना होते तो क्या होता, जीवन बेहता कैसे। इतने कष्ट सह के प्रेम भरा के कौन देता हरि नाम। इतने कष्ट सह के प्रेम भरा रखे कौन देता हरि नाम। कौन देता हमें पूरी वृंदावन और मायापुर धाम। कौन देता हमें पूरी वृंदावन और मायापुर धाम। यदि प्रभुपाद ना होते तो क्या होता, जीवन बेहता कैसे। सुंदर का प्रेम भरा शिक्षा धन। परम दयालु गौरांग सुंदर का प्रेममय शिक्षा धन। आचार प्रचार से भक्तिमय सेवा हमें कराई ग्रहण। आचार प्रचार में भक्तिमय सेवा हमें कराई ग्रहण। यदि प्रभुपाद ना होते तो क्या होता, जीवन बेहता कैसे। कैसे। प्रेम कल्पतरु निताई गौर की कृपा मेरी अभिलाषा। प्रेम कल्पतरु निताई गौर की कृपा मेरी अभिलाषा। निरवधि जाचे ए दास हृदय में करे शरणागति आशा। निरवधि जाचे ए दास हृदय में करे शरणागति आशा। यदि प्रभुपाद ना होते तो क्या होता, जीवन बहता कैसे। प्रभुपाद ना होते तो क्या होता, जीवन बहता कैसे। निताई गौर की अपार करुणा कौन देता देश विदेशी। निताई गौर की अपार करुणा कौन देता देश विदेशी। यदि प्रभुपाद ना होते तो क्या होता, जीवन बहता कैसे। यदि प्रभुपाद ना होते तो क्या होता, जीवन बहता कैसे। Srila
Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
हरे राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. 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 Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol.
पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की। गुरुदेव कृपा बंद दे।
गुरुदेव जो कहता विचारे কিছু নাই পায় তোমার করুণা করুণা না হইলে কাঁদিয়া কাঁদিয়া করুণা করুণা না হইলে কাঁদিয়া কাঁদিয়া প্রাণ রাখিব মোর প্রাণ না রাখিব गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो दास बिना बेखाती गुरुदेव कृपा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय प्रभुपादा श्रील प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा श्रील प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा श्रील प्रभुपादा Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Ramo Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Ramo Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Ram 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 Hare
Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Srila Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Prabhupada, Jai
Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, बोलिए सब बोलिए, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna bolo bolo
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
জয় নন্দ উৎসব মহামহোৎসব কি জয় জগৎগুরু শ্রী প্রভুপাদের আবির্ভাব তিথি মহামহোৎসব কি সমবেত গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ কি নিতাই গৌর প্রেমানন্দে ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
শ্রী গৌর হরি সহি গোষ্ঠ বিহারী
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 নন্দ যশ মতি চিত্ত হারি
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 ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
বেলা হল দামোদর আইস এখনো বেলা হল দামোদর আইস এখনো ভোগ মন্দিরে বসি করহ ভজন
ভোগ মন্দিরে বসি করহ ভজন
ভোগ মন্দিরে বসি করহ ভজন
বাৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি ভজ ভক্তবৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি নন্দের নির্দেশে বৈশে গিরিবর ধারী
নির্দেশে বসে গিরিবর ধারী
নন্দের নির্দেশে বৈশে গিরিবর ধারী
নন্দের নির্দেশে বসে গিরিবর ধারী
বলদেব সহ সখা বৈশে সারি সারি
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 ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
সুকাদা সকাদি ভাজি নালিতা কুষ্মাণ্ড
সুকতা সকতি ভাজি নালিতা কুষ্মাণ্ড
সুকতা সকাদি ভাজি নালিতা কুষ্মাণ্ড
সুকতা সকতি ভাজি নালিতা কুষ্মাণ্ড
ডালি ডালা দুগ্ধ তম্বি দদি মোচা ঘণ্ট
ডালি ডালা দুগ্ধ তুমি দধি মোচা
ডালি ডালা দুগ্ধ তম্বি দদি মোচা ঘণ্ট
ডালি ডালা দুগ্ধ তুমি দধি মোচা ঘণ্ট
মোদক বরা মাস বরা রটিকা ঘৃতান
মোদক বড়া মাস বড়া রটিকা ঘৃতান
মোদক বরা মাস বরা রটিকা ঘৃতান
মোদক বড়া মাস বড়া রটিকা ঘৃতান
শুক্লি পিষ্ট ক্ষীর পলি পায়স আন
জটকুলি পিষ্টক ক্ষীরা কুলি পায়সান
মধু ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
কপুরয়া মৃতে কেলি রাম্ভা ক্ষীর কপুরয়া মৃতে কেলি রাম্ভা ক্ষীর অমৃত রসালো অম্ল দ্বাদশ প্রকার
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 ভগভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ইলুচি চিনি সরপুরি লাড্ডু রসাবলি
লুচি চিনি সরপুরি লাড্ডু রসাবলি
লুচি চিনি সরপুরি লাড্ডু রসাবলি
লুচি চিনি সরপুরি লাড্ডু রসাবলি
ভজন করেন কৃষ্ণ হয়ে কৌতূহলী
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 রাধিকার পকয়ন বিবিধ ব্যঞ্জন
রাধিকার পকয়ন বিবিধ ব্যঞ্জন
রাধিকার পকয়ন বিবিধ ব্যঞ্জন
রাধিকার পকয়ন বিবিধ ব্যঞ্জন
পরম আনন্দে কৃষ্ণ করেন ভজন
পরমানন্দে কৃষ্ণ করেন ভজন
পরম আনন্দে কৃষ্ণ করে ভজন
পরমানন্দে কৃষ্ণ করেন ভজন
ভজ ভগত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি भज भक्तवत्सल श्री गौर हरि भज भक्त वत्सल श्री गौर हरि भज भक्त वत्सल श्री गौर हरि चले बले लाडू खाए श्री मधु मंगल 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 बगल बजाय और जय हरि बोल 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 राधिका दी गने हेरी नयनेर कोने 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 तृप्ति होए खाए कृष्ण যশোদা ভবনে তৃপ্তি হয় খায় কৃষ্ণ যশোদা ভবনে তৃপ্তি হয়ে খায় কৃষ্ণ যশোদা ভবনে তৃপ্তি হয় খায় কৃষ্ণ যশোদা ভবনে ভজনান্তে প্রিয়ে কৃষ্ণ সুবাসিত বারি ভজনান্তে প্রিয়ে কৃষ্ণ সুবাসিত বারি ভজনান্তে প্রিয়ে কৃষ্ণ সুবাসিত বারি ভজনান্তে প্রিয় কৃষ্ণ সুবাসিত বারি সবে মুখ পোকালয় ওয়ে সারি সারি সবে মুখ পোকালয় সারি সারি হস্ত মুখ পখালিয়া যত সখা গানে হস্ত মুখ পখালিয়া যত সখা গানে আনন্দ বিশ্রাম করে বলদেব সানে আনন্দে বিশ্রাম করে বলদেব সানে জামুল রসালো আনে তামুল মশালা তামুল রসালা আনে তামুল মশালা তাখে কৃষ্ণচন্দ্র সুখে নিদ্রা গেলা তাহাকে কৃষ্ণচন্দ্র সুখে নিদ্রা গেলা বিশালাক শিখি পুচ্ছ চামর ধুলাই বিশালাক শিখি পুচ্ছ চামর ধুলাই অপূর্ব সজায় কৃষ্ণ সুখে নিদ্রা যায় 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 যশোমতী আজ্ঞা পেয়ে ধনিষ্ঠায়ানিত যশোমতী আজ্ঞা পেয়ে ধনিষ্ঠায়ানিত কৃষ্ণ প্রসাদ রাধা ভুঞ্জি হয়ে প্রীত
কৃষ্ণ প্রসাদ রাধা কুঞ্জে হয়ে প্রীত
ললিতাদি সখী গান অবশেষে পায়
ললিতাদি সখী গান অবশেষে পায়
মনে মনে সুখে রাধা কৃষ্ণ গুণ গায়
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 হরি লীলা কি মাত্র যার প্রমাণ
হরি লীলা একমাত্র যার প্রমোদ
হরি লীলা কি মাত্র যার প্রমাণ
হরি লীলা একমাত্র যার প্রমোদ
ভোগারতি গাই সেই ভক্তি বিনোদ
ভোগারতি গায় সেই ভক্তি বিনোদ
ভোগারতি গাই সেই ভক্তি বিনোদ
ভোগারতি গায় সেই ভক্তি বিনোদ
ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
ভজ ভক্ত বৎসল শ্রী গৌর হরি
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम राम
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavana Dham, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavana Dham, Jaya Jagannath, Baladevo, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Jagannath, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Prahladeso, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Prahladeso, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Prahladeso, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Prahladeso, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Gauranitai, Patita Pavana Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Patita Pavana Gauranitai, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन ललित विष्णु सखीबिंदु की
जय।
जय श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम गिरिराज गोवर्धन भगवान की
जय।
जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की
जय।
जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशक भगवान नृसिंहदेव की
जय।
जय प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय।
पतित पावन गौर निताय की
जय।
जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपादेर आविर्भाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की जय नंद उत्सव महामहोत्सव की समवेत गौर भक्त बिंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे
हरि हरि
हरे कृष्णा सभी भक्तगण कृपया ध्यान दें। आज श्रील प्रभुपाद की आविर्भाव तिथि के उपलक्ष्य में पुष्पांजलि होगी, तो सभी को पुष्प दिए जा रहे हैं। पुष्प जो है अभी नहीं अर्पण करना है, 3 बार में अर्पण करना है। हरे कृष्ण, हर जगह दीजिए। 3 बार में पुष्प अर्पण करना है। अभी मंत्र पढ़े जाएंगे और उसके बाद जब पुष्प समर्पयामि कहा जाएगा तब 1 बार करना है। इस प्रकार 3 बार से पुष्प अर्पित करना है। तो हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण। कृपया मेरे आप पीछे आप लोग दौड़े। ओम अज्ञानो तिमिरान्धस्य
ओम अज्ञान तिमिरान्धस्य
ज्ञानाञ्जन शलाकया
ज्ञानाञ्जन शलाकया
चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन
चक्षुरुन्मीलितं
तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति शापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखानितांश्च नामयं विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिशे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
कृष्ण चैतन्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे राम
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
राम राम हरे हरे
नमों विष्णुपदाय
नमो विष्णुपादाय
कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले
कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले
श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत
श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत
स्वामी निति नामिने
स्वामी निति नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
पश्चात दशतारिणे
पाश्चात देशतारिणे
एष पुष्पांजलि समर्पयामि His Divine Grace S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale
कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत
Swami Niti Namine
स्वामी निति नाम
Namaste Saraswati Deve
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे
Gauravani Pracharine
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
Paschat Deshatarine
पाश्चात देशतारिणे
Esha Pushpanjali Samarpayami Jai His Divine Grace S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Namo Vishnupadaya
नमो विष्णुपादाय
Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale
कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले
Srimate Bhaktivedanta
श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत
Swami Niti Namine
स्वामी निति नामिने
Namaste Saraswati Deve
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे
Gauravani Pracharine
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
Paschat Deshatarine
पाश्चात देशतारिणे
Esha Pushpanjali Samarpayami His Divine Grace S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Iskcon founder Acharya Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Srila Prabhupada Appearance Day Mahamahotsav ki Srila Prabhupada Vyasa Puja Mahamahotsav ki Gaur Premanande Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya
प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जगद्गुरु शिल प्रभुपदा
Jaya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, Gurachad Nitai Gaur Haribal, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribal, Nitai Gaur उसको সংসার দাবা নল নীল লোক ত্রণয় কারুণ্য ঘন ঘন সংসার দাবা
নরলিরা লোকা প্রাণায় কারুণ্য গণ গণ
সংসার দাবা নলিল লোক প্রণয় কারুণ্য ঘন ঘন
সংসার দাবা নরলির লোক প্রাণায় কারুণ্য গণ গণ
প্রাপ্তস্য কল্যাণ গুণার্ণবশ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ প্রাপ্তস্য কল্যাণ
গুণার্ণবশ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ
বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী
চরণারবিন্দ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ
মহাপ্রভু কীর্তন নিত্য গীত বাদিত্র মাদন মনসর সেন
মহাপ্রভু কীর্তন নিত্য গীত বাদিত মাদন মনুষ্যর সেন
মহাপ্রভু কীর্তন নিত্য গীত বাদিত্র মাদন মনসর সেন
মহাপ্রভু কীর্তন নিত্য গীত বাদিত মাদন মনুষ্যর সেন
রোমাঞ্চ কম্প শ্রুতরঙ্গ ভজ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ রোমাঞ্চ কম্প
তরঙ্গ বাজ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ
রোমাঞ্চ কম্প শ্রুতরঙ্গ ভজ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ
তরঙ্গ বাজ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ
বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী
চরণারবিন্দ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ
শ্রী বিগ্রহারাধন নিত্য নানা শৃঙ্গার তন মন্দির মার্জনাদ
বিগ্রহারাধন নিত্য নানা সিঙ্গার তন মন্দির মার্জনাদ
শ্রী বিগ্রহারাধন নিত্য নানা শৃঙ্গার তন মন্দির মার্জনাদ
বিগ্রহারাধন নিত্য নানা সিঙ্গার তন মন্দির মার্জনাদ
যুক্তস্য ভক্তাংশ নিযঞ্জতপি বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ
নিযঞ্জতপি বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ
বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ
বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ বন্দে গুরু শ্রী চরণারবিন্দ
চতুর্বেদ শ্রী ভগবত প্রসাদ সদন্ন তৃপ্তং হরিভক্ত সংঘান চতুর্বেদ শ্রী
ভগবত প্রসাদ স্বাদন্ন কীর্তন হরিভক্ত সংঘান
চতুর্বেদ শ্রী ভগবত প্রসাদ সদন্ন তৃপ্তং হরিভক্ত সংঘান
শ্রী ভগবত প্রসাদ স্বাদন্ন তৃপ্তং হরিভক্ত সংঘান
তৃপ্তৈব তৃপ্তিম ভজত সदैव
Bande Gura Shri Charanarvindam Kritaiva Kritim
Bhajata Sadaiva Bande Gura Sri Charanarvindam
Bande Gura Shri Charanarvindam Bande Gura Shri Charanarvindam
Bande Gura Sri Charanarvindam Bande Gura Sri Charanarvindam
Sri Radhika Madhavayara Para Madhur Jalilam Gunarupa Namna
Sri Radhika Madhavayara Para Madhur Jalila Gunarupa Namna
Sri Radhika Madhavayara Para Madhur Jalilam Gunarupa Namna
Sri Radhika Madhavayara Para Madhur Jalila Gunarupa Namna
Pratikshanasha Dhanalopasya Bande Gura Shri Charanarvinda
Pratikshanasha Dhanalopasya Bande Gura Sri Charanarvinda
Bande Gura Shri Charanarvinda Bande Gura Shri Charanarvinda
Bande Gura Sri Charanarvinda Bande Gura Sri Charanarvinda
Nikunja Jona Rati Kalishithoi Ya Jalir Vejok Tirapekshaniya
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 Tatrati Daksha Ati Vallabhasya Bande Gura Shri Charanarvinda
Tatradidaksha Tati Balabhasya Bande Gura Sri Charanarvinda
Bande Gura Shri Charanarvinda Bande Gura Shri Charanarvinda
Bande Gura Sri Charanarvinda Bande Gura Sri Charanarvinda
Shakshat Dhare Tena Samasta Shastroi Yuktastatha Bhavatayeva Shadre
Sakshadharitena Samasta Shastra Yuktastata Vaitayeva Shakti
Shakshat Dhare Tena Samasta Shastroi Yuktastatha Bhavatayeva Shadre Shakshat Dhare Tena
Shastra Ruktastata Vaitayeva Shakti
Kintu Prabhurja Priyayeva Tasya Bande Gura Shri Charanarvinda
Kintu Prabhuja Priya Eva Tasya Bande Gura Sri Charanarvinda
Bande Gura Shri Charanarvinda Bande Gura Shri Charanarvinda
Bande Gura Sri Charanarvinda Bande Gura Sri Charanarvinda
Jasya Prasadat Bhagavad Prasada Jasya Prasadat Nagati Kutape Jasya Prasadat Bhagavad Prasada Jasya Prasadat Nagati Kutape
Prasadat Bhagavad Prasado Jasya Prasadam Nagati Kutayopi
Dhanastavangustasya Jasya Shandham Bande Gura Shri Charanarvinda
Ayam Tuvang Kasha Jasya Trisangam Bande Gura Sri Charanarvinda
Bande Gora Shri Charanaravinda. Bande Gora Shri Charanaravinda.
Bande Gora Shri Bande Gora Shri Charanaravinda.
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada,
Jaya
Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jagat Guru.
Nitai Gaur Harival, 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 Gaur Harival.
Nitai Gaur Harival, 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 Harival.
Namo Yom Vishnu Pada, Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanto, Swami Namine,
Namayo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya,
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine.
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Dashatarine. Namaste
Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Dashatarine.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi
Prem se Nitya Kirtan.
Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jai Srimad
Prabhu
Mahaprabhu
Nityananda
Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Nitai Chad.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. सभी भक्तों का कीर्तन कीजिए.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Gaur Hari Bol.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Gauranga Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram
Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe
Radha Madan Mohan
Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Vrindavana Dham
Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram
Jaya Jagannath Baladeva Jaya Subhadra
Jaya Jagannath Baladeva Jaya Subhadra
Jaya Gauranitai Patita Pavana Gauranitai
Jaya Gauranitai Patita Pavana Gauranitai
Jaya Prabhupada Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada
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 Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय
इस्कॉन प्रतिष्ठित आचार्य जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद आविर्भाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद व्यास पूजा महामहोत्सव की
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद डिवाइन अपीयरेंस डे सेलिब्रेशन की
जय
गौर प्रेमानंद
हरि बोल। नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
प्रहलाद दायिने प्रहलाद दायिने हिरण्यकश्री पूर्वक्षः हिरण्यकश्री पूर्वक्षः शिलाटङ्कनकालये शिलाटङ्कनकालये इतो नृसिंह परतो नृसिंह इतो नृसिंह परतो नृसिंह जतो जतो जामि ततो नृसिंह जतो जतो जामि ततो नृसिंह बहिर्नृसिंह हृदये नृसिंह बहिर्नृसिंह हृदये नृसिंह नृसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव कर कमल भरे नाकम् अद्भुत सिंगार दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंग केशभद्रित नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव कर कमल वरे नाभा अद्भुत सिंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगा केशवदिता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव कर कमल बरे नाकम् अद्भुत सिंगार दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तनभृङ्गम् केशभद्रित नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव कर कमल वरे नाखा अद्भुत सिंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनभृङ्गा केशवदिता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तब कर कमल बरे नाकम् अद्भुत सिंगार ढलित हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्ग केशपत्रित नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव कर कमल वरे नाथा अद्भुत लिंगा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गा केशवदेता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय जय केशवधृत नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय केशवदेता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नृसिंहदेव 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 जय नृसिंहदेव जय प्रहलादेश जय नरसिंहदेव प्रहलादेश जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल
जय नंद उत्सव महामहोत्सव की जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज शिला प्रभुपादेर आविर्भाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की जयं कृष्णपाद अष्टोत्तर परिवाजक आचार्य नित्यला प्रविष्ट डिवाइन